I mean, after, George detonated the nuke on the super carrier, and you see the
It was a slip space.
Okay.
It's a very important detail, okay? Because that's how George survived.
Okay.
Teleported into the cave
with Noble Six.
And a meal, right?
No.
The Halo universe is filled with wonder, mystery, and fascinating discoveries around every corner. With so much to explore, four friends decided it was about time that they boot up their consoles and discuss this universe that has grabbed their attention since childhood. JumperScape Audio kindly welcomes you to join them in the library.
Everybody, welcome back to the library, the show we talk about Halo lore. I'm Austin.
I'm Shane.
I'm Connor.
And that's...
I'm James. I'm not there, so I decided not to. I decided to go last.
Yeah, James is right. Hey, dude, put James's microphone down towards his face, man.
Oh, yeah. I'm captive. I'm stuck. They've trapped me in this body. I'm gonna die.
He's been composed.
James, you're fine. Relax, okay? You're fine. Breathe.
You sound crazy.
No.
I have a feeling that the camera is now, like, obscuring his face because of the microphone placement, but it's fine. He can be Wazowski'd. It's okay. Okay, James, listen, I'm going to give you, like, 10 seconds to say what you need to say to the people now that you're in this state, so please go ahead.
Please help me.
All right, never mind. I'm gonna take back those 10 seconds.
I'm not composed. Austin sucked my soul out of my corpse and then stuffed it into this prison.
I would like to clarify, I did not, in fact, suck James' soul out. That would be wrong of me to do.
Oh, Lord. That's the weather of Northeast Ohio's job. It's sucked the soul out of James.
Well, today we're talking about inclement weather, Halo Reach. That was a bit of a stretch. I
hated that.
Brother.
That needs to be an audio in the Discord. Whoops.
Would you just cap a Marine?
The aim is just like, there's a grunt, it dragged my aim assist over to him. Oh my god.
It's fine. He's okay. He'll walk it off.
He trusted you.
Not anymore.
Shoot another one so they're angry at you. No, a live one. Anyway, we are here today to talk about the Fall of Reach. And unfortunately, as much as I would like to get into the real nitty-gritty about the details of this thing, the thing is about this is today we got into the studio late because of the weather outside.
The squall.
Yes, the snow squall. And because of that, we don't have nearly as much time to talk about this as we normally would. So we'll probably end up having to come back to this topic in the future as we enter into new seasons, just to kind of cover all of the intricacies. Because the thing is about the Fall of Reach, would you guys like to know, according to Halopedia, how many things we see talk about the Fall of Reach?
At least 12.
Like pieces of
social credit.
Media?
Pieces of Halo media.
Is it a lot or a little?
A lot.
Don't hit the table.
Did it go off again?
I put my controller down.
Our button is a little sensitive today.
I'm gonna say maybe a little bit over 100.
No.
Lower?
88 sources.
Ah, I was close.
I said about 100. Did I say a little over 100?
Yes, you did.
I should have said
about 100.
Yeah, this is
12 is close to 88.
like, this is insane how deep this goes, because we're talking things like Halsey's Journal, Fleet Battles, the tabletop game, has things that talk about the Fall of Reach. Data drops that you can find, freaking Waypoint articles that are now defunct because the cannon fodder it was originally on the forums and the forums got, so all of those got taken out. Combat Evolved Anniversary has terminals that reference the Fall of Reach and all that. So, like, there's a lot that is covered within the Fall of Reach and outside of it. Also, of course, yes, not to mention the freaking Fall of Reach, the book itself, which ironically enough does not cover the Fall of Reach very much. I still don't know how I feel about that, with the Fall of Reach being sort of like a third act thing and the rest of it is just, hey, by the way, here's how the Spartans were made. I'm fine with it. It's just
misleading name a little bit.
Just a little bit. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it, but Regardless, before we get things all kicked off, of course, we got to do our usual song and dance. So if you guys would like to get plugged into our community or find ways to support us, you can go to JumperScape.com or you can go to discord.gg/JumperScape to join up in our community, which we are getting really invested right now in our Discord community. For those of you who are here in our chat, for example, you already know about the fact that we have over 10 events scheduled, and there's more well on the way. Along with that, we have events being planned out a full 2 months in advance by this point. So there's going to be something happening every single week. And we're not just talking about the Fraggin' Friday game nights that are going to be happening every single week, which, by the way, get excited. February 20th, a person by the name of Schisma has decided to collaborate with us, who created a fantastic, he walked me through it, he let me play it with him, a fantastic Halo Battle Royale mode in Halo Infinite. It's really well made. It's really fun. And I think it deserves a little bit of a play session. So on Fraggin' Friday on February 20th, it's going to be entirely focused on this Battle Royale experience. So if you want to experience it and give it a shot and see what it's like, it can handle solos, duos, triples, whatever, it can handle all of that. So it's going to be fantastic, and I would love for you to join.
Is this a new one that we haven't played before?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is very new.
I was going to say, because I think it was last year we played like an earlier model of a battle royale. I didn't know if it was like
years
the same
ago.
one.
Yeah, years ago.
Was it years ago?
Uh-huh. Yeah, it was a while ago, man. That was a very early build, and it wasn't even made by anybody. It was gone because the guy just didn't work on it.
That happens.
But yeah, we have that coming up and a lot more on the way. So stay tuned on the site, stay tuned on the Discord server because updates will be coming there. Along with that, stay tuned for the 31st, where the first episode of Podtacular will be going live, which means, let's see, in about 2 days from this episode going live, Podtacular under JumperScape's umbrella will be releasing, and it'll be under a new feed. So keep in mind, you might have the old Podtacular followed. That's going to turn into the Podtacular archive. It'll have all the previous 900 episodes of the show just ready for you to listen anytime you want. But the new feed will be available soon on all of the platforms that you get the library, Chatternet, all of our other shows. So we'll be getting everywhere for that. Eventually, we might come to YouTube, but for now, it's going to be an audio-only experience just so that you can kind of get used to how this whole thing is formatted. And it'll be kicking off with our excellent interview with the one and only Tom Salta, who did, ironically enough, he actually did the soundtrack for the Fall of Reach animated film. So it's one of the things. So we get a lot of good conversation with him in that interview, and I think you guys will be looking forward to it. It'll be a great time. You're going to love it. Aside from that, though, of course, Chatternet After Hours just had its release, and it's a hilarious time. 2 straight hours, basically, of our Chatternet hosts all just unleashing all of their emotions and feelings that they've had pent up this whole time, talking about the community, talking about Halo, talking about things that are not related to Halo whatsoever. It's a great time. It's a good listen. And it's very much well worth it. The first episode is currently on the Terminals stream. So if you want to go and find that, it's on our Spotify and Patreon under the Terminals stream. And it's free. So if you want to take a listen and try it out, then you feel free to tune in. And also, the censored version is currently available on the Chatternet feed. So if you just want to experience either one, it's all available to you. And from here on out, future episodes will be, of course, paid access. So enjoy this first one. And if you feel like supporting it after that, feel free to hop into our Patreon. Everyone from the $1 tier and up will get access to it, just like normal Terminals. Otherwise, I don't think I have much else. Stories from Waypoint is still under production, and that's just because we've been behind because of the whole everything that's been happening in this month that just sucked. The whole everything. But the 2 episodes, Tulpomancy and From the Soil to the Stars, are almost ready and ready to release. And then after that, we have Battle for the Academy Part 1 and 2 that might release as one single episode. Still working on that concept. But aside from that, that's pretty much the gist of it. So Halo Lo-Fi 24/7 stream happening all the time on our YouTube channel, and the Red vs. Blue watch party streams that we do on Sunday nights. Feel free to tune in. We just finished season 10, so now we're wrapped up with the freelancer storyline and everything like that. Now we're on to the Chorus trilogy, which is a very different take on the concepts of Red vs. Blue, but takes us back to that more dialogue heavy interactions that a lot of fans really love. So join us for that. It'll be a great time. And of course, if you want to, I'm going to just repeat myself here. If you want to be here in the chat, we do these shows live in our Discord. So discord.gg/JumperScape. We do them on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. EST. So hop in and get yourself in the chat. Say hi to folks.
Come say hello.
Yes.
Chat it up with everybody.
Chatternet.
Chatternet. Chatternet it up.
The chat has its own animal of fun.
Exactly. Exactly.
It's quite a place.
It is. And also these guys have a legal broadcast. It's a Helldivers 2 focused show that's based strongly in its story. In fact, we even went as far as to change it so that up until now, the show's formatting has been like, it's this date 2184, but now it's this date 2185.
Ooh.
Which technically, actually, I think it should be 2186 because the canon year was 2184 in 2024 when it launched.
Mm.
So it should probably be 2186, but I'm not changing it.
Just wait till someone calls you out on it.
Yeah, and then just ignore them. Wait until someone else.
Still just ignore them and not change it.
Then wait until someone else does it. Ignore them too. Then when we get to 3, that's when we have to start being like, okay, we're hearing some things. Aside from that, my friends, we have only a few more episodes of this season left where we're talking about massive battles within Halo. Just a reminder on what we're expecting here in this season. We have the Battle of Reach here today. We're going to try to do our best to cover as much as humanly possible within the constraints of the time that we have. And then along with that, we have the Battle of Cercinius 4 and the Battle of Requiem, both having to do with Halo 4.
Requiem would be cool.
And then finally, as I know many of you have been excited about, the Battle of Cleveland as the finale, where we'll finally reveal what is the key to Osanolin. And what happened to our boy Ackerson. It'll be fun.
Cleveland!
Why did it sound like you were gargling mouthwash?
The Fall of Reach is a very detailed and complex battle. So keeping that in mind, we're not going to be able to cover everything here just because we don't have the time to do it. And like I said, it's going to take us probably a couple episodes to be able to cover every single detail that happens within the battle. So my recommendation, if you want the full breakdown from trusted sources that I very much enjoy listening to myself, I would recommend Hidden Xperia, Installation 00, and of course, Eckhart's Ladder. Eckhart's Ladder in particular, I would recommend because that guy actually went out of his way to cover an entire battle like overview and acknowledges that a lot of the Fall of Reach, despite the fact that it's so detailed, it's actually rather confusing because there's a lot happening and it's really hard to tell when exactly things happen because of that. There's not a solid timeline yet of the Fall of Reach and everything that happens. We have to kind of just piece it together using context.
When I was young, like, and first getting into Halo, like I was confused about like not what was like, I mean, I guess I was kind of confused on what was happening. I was confused on the timeline of things. I didn't realize it was until I finished the game. I didn't realize it was set before Combat Evolved. I was super confused. I'm like, why is humanity and the elites? Why are they like going backwards? Why are we regressing in our relationship together? Why
regret. I mean, the message just repeats. Yeah, it was a confusing time, and the battle is no different. The battle is very much a complex topic. So my recommendation is very much to go and take a look at those guys just to make sure that you get all of the details if you want them nice and succinct. Until at some point we have our own breakdown of the battle, because I very much do want to have one. I still very much intend to create lore-focused videos for the library YouTube channel. But aside from that, kind of getting things kicked off, the scariest thing... I'm going to try to cover the main points that really stand out to me about this battle, given the time constraint. The biggest thing about the Battle of Reach to me is that the Covenant were there on Reach for a while before we figured it out.
Yeah, they thought, I mean, even when Noble Team got deployed to like go check out the destroyed communications relay, they even Emil, I think Emil was like kind of like half joking because, I mean, even early on, you can tell he kind of has like of somewhat of a morbid personality given his lore. They're like, there's no, what did George say? Like no gunshot wounds or something like that. No explosion residue or something along those lines. And Emil was like, plasma, maybe, just like super casually. And George was like, no, it cannot be, not on Reach. Like it was just completely out of the equation at that point. Then like as the first mission progresses, you know, they start getting into like the farms, and they're like, oh, something in the field killed this farmer's son, and they're like, yep, something. So not insurrectionists like they originally thought. Isn't that whole planet? What language is it? It's
Hungarian.
Hungarian. That's what it was.
Yep. Yeah. Reach is one of like the 3 Hungarian colonies. But the thing is about them being there, to me, is that they were there before the whole operation with Noble Team. That Zealot team that was deployed was after the Covenant invasion force was already on the ground.
Oh.
So they were already there, already set to go.
I was sitting there thinking like, yeah, like I don't know why they would like be there, but the Zealots were always sent after religious artifacts.
And Reach had a lot of them.
Reach had a ton.
Specifically for the builder rate.
Yeah, so it makes sense that Zealots were kind of there just roaming around to begin with, but it's very scary to think about that they were there for however long, and somehow, some way, we never managed to figure it out as humanity that they were there until they were like intentionally cutting off our communications when a full-scale invasion was about to begin.
Yep, and it's so funny because this is the first example. Earth was the second. Reach was the first example of, oops, there's humans here. They just kind of started attacking and knew that they had to get to the artifacts underneath because Reach is filled with artifacts that were made by the builders. The builders being probably the most important rate in the Forerunner ecumene back in 100,000 years ago. They were at the peak because Forerunners have like a sort of like a caste system sort of thing where the rates will kind of go back and forth between how much power they have. The warriors get replaced by the builders because after the wars are over, the builders are now important because they're starting to rebuild things and advance Forerunner technology. Thus, the warriors become warrior servants. Even the lingo completely changes. It's wild. And so when the Covenant show up and they're like, oh, wow, there's all these really cool builder things down here. Oh, there's humans. But why?
Social credit.
I'm going to stop you there real quick. I'm super in the corner of having the aliens in Halo speaking their own language. It makes them so much more intimidating, and Halo Reach had such like a darker vibe to it when you couldn't understand what they were saying and they had their own language. I thought that was a very big part of the charm. And I think they need to kind of go back to that in future Halos.
Fun fact about the Sangheili language. Apparently, every word meant something.
Well, it's not even just the Sangheili. It's every species.
The grunts should only speak English.
I'm fine with the grunts speaking English, and they can justify that with lore by saying the grunts were like the first.
The grunts forgot their original language,
right? You can justify that easier than any other. But like Sangheili, obviously, that like the Sangheili in that game are just very, very intimidating. The brutes, they look scary, but super easy to kill. But I guess another like adding to my argument, I did not like the direction that Halo 4's art style was going, except the jackals. I like the way the jackals looked, and I liked the way they talked. And it scared the ever-living hell out of me. And it still does. They sound super, super, super scary, and I think they need to maintain that to a certain degree. I think it's harder now because with Halo Infinite, there's so much of an emphasis on you're seeing what's going on Chief's side. Now you're seeing what's going on the Banished side. Like you kind of have to have some English thrown in there, unfortunately.
Which, I completely agree, just because I do like the fact that they have their own languages, and also just hearing alien language. Alien language is just cool. So I'm all about it. But yeah, the invasion from there, it goes pretty downhill pretty darn fast because the Zealots immediately start trying to recover artifacts, of course, and Noble Team just stumbles upon them on accident because of Colonel Holland being like, oh, the People's Resistance are just, causing more problems, and we can't have them messing with communication relays again because Reach is just too important. Psych, there's aliens on the planet.
The entire chat was going off about Oni.
Yeah, that's because Oni completely screwed the pooch. Like they screwed up so bad. They predicted, like, what was it? They predicted that by the time that, based on projections and trajectory, they were guessing that the Covenant would arrive on Reach with an 81%, I think it was 81% chance of certainty that they would arrive at Reach within like 3 months. Three or 8. I can't remember because I read it and I was
somewhere in there.
Yeah, it's an 8 is a mirrored 3, so it's hard for me to remember sometimes. So it's one of those two. And with those months, that didn't happen. They found it weeks later.
Yeah, the intel was quite off.
Yes, and so they were completely off on this, and because of that, they were horribly unprepared.
Makes you wonder if it was intentional for some reason.
You never know.
I don't know what motive they would have.
Screw Reach.
Yeah, but for why?
Spartan program. We did bad things. We need to bury that stuff.
Yeah, I guess that's... Yeah, but at the cost of the entire... Like, the biggest shipping yard out of like all the colonies, like,
it's
going
fine.
down. It's not fine.
It's fine. Most of the planet didn't even know that they were being attacked for most of the battle.
Until it was too late.
Yeah, once the blasting beams happened.
New Alexandria was like... I'm sorry, Reach City. What?
But no, seriously, actually, most of the planet, most of Reach had no idea they were being attacked for a massive majority of the battle, which this battle lasted like a month. And they were just living their daily lives wondering why their flights were being canceled.
Why can't we leave the planet? Why is the sky starting to turn a little bit red? why is there a strong hot wind coming over the east horizon?
So anyway, talking about Super Earth here. But no, seriously, like it was intense. The fact that they were keeping it hidden because they're right. Like Oni is correct in a lot of these circumstances that yes, maybe think of Men in Black. And I'm sure a lot of people think of Men in Black in this situation. A group of people are stupid. Like individual people are smart. Groups of people are stupid. They're dumb animals. So if you want to keep them alive and keep them safe, you keep them calm and ignorant. And then they don't have to worry about all the stuff that's happening because then they'll just do their daily lives and everyone stays safer because they're just doing their daily thing. But if they get freaked out and they freak out other people and all these freaked out people start getting freaked out more, then they start hurting each other.
You start having like riots. People are going to start like looting. It's hard to keep things organized.
Exactly.
In that manner. And to an extent, I mean, it's very, very myriad of like what happens in real life when there's a mass panic of some kind.
Yeah.
Like resources start getting bought up. Like think of, COVID in 2020, people started.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. That's a mental flashback.
I did love those videos though of like
paper.
two, like the amount of videos that are specifically two moms arguing over toilet paper.
Or think of Black Friday.
Ever.
Just think of Black Friday as well. If you want to get less morbid about it, think about Black Friday. Just sales and people fighting over stuff.
I remember people reselling hand sanitizer.
Oh yeah, and toilet paper. It's just you got it.
And government branded hand sanitizer.
Yep. It's all about controlling.
Smells like lavender.
It was all about controlling mass hysteria because it's easy to keep people.
Cats and dogs raining from the sky.
Yeah,
mass hysteria.
Yeah, pretty much. You can't. It's hard to like. The Covenant is one thing, but you start having people, rioting, trying to steal ships, trying to get off the planet, which very well could have probably happened.
Well, that's the thing is that I think that there is and actually Dataroth just addressed to this. The population did get glassed. So the thing is, I think the majority of the situation here is that Oni very much doesn't want Earth to get found out. If people tried to leave the planet, they could very well get their records traced. They don't know what the Cole Protocol is.
The ship's probably, in my mind, after, George detonated the nuke on the supercarrier and you see the
it was a slip space.
Okay.
It's a very important detail. Okay. Because that's how George survived.
Okay. Stop. But
teleported into the cave
with Noble 6.
Jafet, Noble 6.
And a meal, right?
No. Yeah, he still suffered major cardiac arrest after getting slashed through the spine.
But my mindset is like that entire fleet that showed up after the super carrier got destroyed. If there's no getting off, very, very seldomly am I believing that someone was getting off that. Getting like out of the atmosphere without getting shot or followed,
especially after the major fleet showed up, because that was just one carrier.
Yeah,
which was their best chance to do Operation Red Flag. A quick note on Red Flag. What a dumb idea. Operation Red Flag, you see, there's a supercarrier over Reach. Well, that's convenient. All of our Spartans are on Reach. What if we just took all of our Spartans and threw them at the supercarrier and then have them hijack the supercarrier and then have them take that supercarrier back to wherever it calls home? They haven't found High Charity yet. Nope. And then when they get there, they have to find one of their leaders, which they know are called prophets, and kidnap them and be like, okay, end the war or the ball sack chin gets it.
And then they get hit with the great journey waits for nobody.
Great journey waits for no one.
Then they say, like, well, what do we need this guy for? Yeah, like they would probably shoot the prophet themselves. Unless it's truth, that probably doesn't work. If they manage to get super lucky and grab truth, things don't go that way. The other mercy and regret, I feel like they'd be more willing to teeter, like, okay, let's maybe talk about this. But if truth and regret are sitting there, they're like, oh, mercy, you can go. Like, it's not gonna work.
I'm sorry, I'm still laughing at Keith going by the balls on every prophet's chin.
Well, I mean, this is kind of a testament, getting back on subject here. Like, my mind says, like, anyone who would leave the planet would likely get followed, probably back to Earth. The Pillar of Autumn got followed after Reach.
Yeah.
And they found a Halo ring because of it.
There's certainly a purpose as to why they didn't tell anybody about what was going on, and that wasn't just hysteria. It's no surprise whatsoever, but it still did result in, like, everybody dying. There were very few survivors from Reach, and most of them were military personnel and Spartans. Never forget that the Arbiter's kill count is like 6 billion?
About the population of Earth, just a little bit under the population of Earth.
And 20,000 of that was military personnel.
The rest
are civilians.
He didn't. Now, hold on.
It was an accident.
No, it wasn't.
No, it was not an accident. It was very much intentional.
Release the cleansing flame.
No, but for anyone who might be, new to the show, or, Halo lore in
welcome,
general.
PlayStation fans.
Yes, welcome, PlayStation fans. He didn't single-handedly line up. I'm sure it probably happened at some point, but he didn't individually kill 6 billion people. It was by his command. Once you play, if you haven't played the start of Halo 2, for one, What Is Wrong With You 2, once you do, you'll kind of learn. He was, he had control of ships. He commanded a good chunk of the Covenant army. And he, by his order, a lot of these civilians were killed. A lot of these planets were glassed, and Reach is on that list as well.
And it was all just because humans were declared to be basically like
demons,
an affront to the Spartans, an affront to the gods.
Just one Spartan.
No, all of them.
All of them
are called demons. Like, Chief is the demon, but all of them they call all of them demons, and they call the ODSTs imps. Or at least the brutes do.
That's funny.
But yeah, there's some strategies that are deployed, though, when they're trying to defend Reach, which the defense of Reach did take about a month, and it didn't work. An important note there. But it was working for a second while Noble Team was still at full strength. Then something happened, but we'll get there in a second. So up until that point, basically Oni Sword Base was their most important operation, because that whole thing was basically their communications hub. That was how they were operating the defense of the planet. They needed to protect Sword Base, and Noble Team successfully defended it. But the problem was, there's a super carrier above the planet. It's just been sitting there. We couldn't see it because, of course, we couldn't. Covenant cloaking and all that. So that being said, now we got to go take it out. So they conduct an operation called Operation Uppercut. This is also coinciding with Operation Left Jab, by the way.
Cool names.
Yeah, Operation Left, because, left jab to open their defense, and then uppercut when their defense is down. And so Left Jab was just basically a distraction, a massive amount of UNSC ships just kind of like poking at the fleet to make sure that they don't get
occupied.
They can't see that the Long Night of Solace is about to have a problem. And
big problem.
It's a big problem. And basically, the UNSC's plan is to take a jerry-rigged slip space drive that has been rigged to completely malfunction, take it into a Corvette, fly that Corvette up to the supercarrier, and ignite it and launch the slip space drive, which will open slip space and then collapse it instantly, thus vaporizing anything within the field. Unfortunately, our boy, was it Noble 5, Jorge, he's like, I need to sacrifice myself for the plot. You know, there are 3 Marines standing right behind you. I have to do this.
Well, I mean, that's, to be fair, that's in a Spartan's nature to like, no, I'm not going
to kill themselves.
But I mean, when Cortana was given
specifically with explosives,
when Cortana was given a chief, it was explicitly explained, like, she will sacrifice herself or even you to complete the mission. Like, granted, not all these Spartans had like a designated AI that was like, you know, go ahead and, you know, do it.
None of them, only Chief.
Right. Well, they had Dot, but that wasn't like
that was a dumb AI.
Yeah, that wasn't.
It's like a team AI.
Yeah, it wasn't on the level of Cortana, but you know, it just, I feel like that's in a Spartan's nature. Like, yep, I got 3 random nameless grunts behind me, but I'm going to stay behind and do this. It was pointless. if you give it like 5 minutes, it was very much pointless.
Yes, indeed. Three individual fleets from the Covenant show up. Over 300 ships arrive. It's intense how many ships arrive over the course of the next couple weeks of this battle, where the UNSC are just, oh, damn.
I ain't getting off this planet, am I?
just beans.
Beans.
I guess I won't be home for Christmas.
Oh, man, not even Halloween, man. It was over in August.
I'm pretty sure that happened sometime in the summer. I'm pretty sure Reach was sometime.
What was that thing that was going on? White Boy Summer? Was that a thing that was going on for a bit? It was a trend.
It had been a while ago.
Yeah, that's what that was. Sure. We're glass and but yeah, it was tough. But that being said, Operation failed. It succeeded, but it also failed because the ship did get destroyed, but then slip space rupture detected. And
several times.
All of them show up. So what we're left with now is what's left of Noble Team, and essentially now just a survive order. Get everything we can off the planet, survive to the best of your ability. Meanwhile, there's a massive space battle happening over the surface of the planet. Hundreds of Covenant ships against not quite hundreds, but dozens of UNSC ships. And the UNSC are basically picking at their smaller craft, trying to take advantage of the fact that not all of them are completely shielded, and using, you know, Nova bombs and Phoenix missiles and Mac cannons and everything. That's not a warp crime. No.
No, it's not a war crime.
And the battle itself, fun fact, actually, quick little thing. They did not tell Captain Keyes that Reach was under attack while he was on the planet. You don't know. The reason why they didn't tell Captain Keyes was because they knew that the moment that Captain Keyes found out, he would immediately try to do something really dumb to like try to shift the battle.
Planet.
Yeah. So they were like, let's just not tell this guy. And when he does find out eventually, he's in orbit and he's just like, okay, so you're telling me that I can't tell.
How was he in orbit and didn't tell the planet was getting attacked?
That was the thing, was they didn't tell him about it, but eventually, of course, it did come into view.
I was going to say, how are you how is there a massive space battle going on?
And that's what he told them. He was talking to these ONI officials and being like, okay, so you're telling me now that I know I can't tell my crew. Do you think I could? Because they could just look out the window.
They very well could.
And they could just watch Reach being glassed. Basically what he said was a very intense statement. He was like, I want to tell my crew that Reach will likely be gone by the time this mission's over.
That's intense.
It is really intense because everyone basically shifted from Reach has to be protected, it's important, to Reach is gone. There's nothing we can do about it because this was the largest fleet.
Loss mitigation.
Ever.
What am I looking at here?
That would be I call it having that dog in me. Is that a meal with a head replacement? It is. So pretty much by the time that we get to eventually the Pillar of Autumn is able to take part in the battle, and this massive fleet controlled by Danforth Whitcomb, both Danforth and also we know Cole was way before Reach, but Danforth was there, and Danforth Whitcomb is a great captain. Read First Strike. I'm telling you, read First Strike. But this massive fleet is doing their best to basically just distract the Covenant enough to get the Pillar of Autumn out. Because, to clarify one final major point about this battle, people get confused to this day about where Cortana came from, because the Fall of Reach says that she was already on the ship. But Halo Reach says she was down in the facility with Halsey and collecting information from the Forerunners. So 343 did this really cool thing where they took some Scotch tape,
Fixed it up a little bit.
All right,
Put a Band-Aid on it.
halves. One half is more task oriented and was on the Pillar of Autumn to help conduct operations and get things rolling on that, because on the ground Spartans were being mobilized, orbital Mac platforms were trying to be protected, communication in atmosphere all the time. Communications hubs are being protected. Like, Spartans are being deployed everywhere to try to protect important operations on the planet, to try to give people as much opportunity to get their stuff and themselves off world. And many Spartans die in this battle, a lot of them. And I think we'll go over how many exactly go down in the future. But we do know that almost every single Spartan 2 was present in this battle. And a lot of the Spartan 3s died, the ones that remained. So pretty much when we have Cortana on the ground with Halsey is the informational one. She's just collecting all the knowledge base. She's absorbing everything. And then they're going to take this half of Cortana with Noble Six and Emil and take these guys, take this chick to the Pillar of Autumn, which will result in both of them dying. And then they will take the Cortana parts and just boom, Cortana. Yay, Cortana.
No, I want to get this clear.
And then Reach falls.
Once and for all. I want to get because I still don't know the definitive answer. Where was the Master Chief during all of this?
Everywhere. He was.
I know he was in space for a little bit.
He was on the ground. He was in space.
Yes.
He was basically conducting. You can find quite a bit of his escapades during the Fall of Reach on Halopedia, but essentially he was assisting in the protection of communications platforms where we lost James 005. He was protecting. Huh? Oh, no, James.
I forgot he was here.
I didn't. I just knew that we were talking a whole lot. He was listening.
I am upset because I muted my microphone because I had to type something really quick, and then I forgot to unmute it. So I thought I was actually... You guys even were reacting to some of the things I said.
Oh. The amount of times that you just mute yourself and then you face the repercussions of that. It's rather funny.
I consider it a character quirk.
So
at this point,
so pretty much fighting on communications platforms, trying to keep those things online. He was fighting, I believe, on Gamma Station, trying to protect that. He would go down to the surface of the planet where there was also a deployment of Spartans with Fred and I think 20 or more other Spartans that all got shot down, and a lot of them got injured. Not all, I think only maybe one of them died, but all of them got injured, basically. It was bad. And Chief is just kind of going wherever he's needed. He was there for a lot of that battle. He wasn't there for the beginning of it.
He just heard about it through the grapevine. He's like, yep, I need to be there.
Yeah, he saw it trending on Twitter.
Saw a clip on TikTok. Like,
I need to get to Reach.
LMAO, this isn't AI.
Hashtag the fall of Reach. Anyway.
So, Connor, what's your favorite mission on Halo Reach?
Yeah.
I want a name. No, I don't.
The one at night.
Oh, Nightfall.
Yeah, I was going to say you're halfway to the name.
Yeah.
What is your favorite mission?
Well, that's not a button.
Is something about to happen?
I'm confused. James, what is this? What was that?
I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, I'm sitting here waiting. I'm like, am I waiting for something to happen? Is someone making a return to the show? Is
there an entrance happening right now?
That's what I thought.
I was gonna type a message and I accidentally flubbed my keys and did a keybind of my soundboard, and then I tried to mute my microphone and I was like, "Ooh, I caught it!" And then I remembered.
Yeah, voice mod doesn't do that.
That doesn't do anything.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm
having a time with the technology today.
It's fine. It's balanced out by the amount of times that I've had very official, very serious meetings with people who make like quintuple any amount of money that I make, and I have a voice mod sound on that's like masking my voice. I showed up to a very important meeting with a very rich person at one point, and my voice was Alvin and the Chipmunks, basically. And he's like, "Is something wrong with your mic? Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Huh? Oh." Alvin, I'm like, "I don't know what that was about. I'm sorry." Anyway, so what we were talking about here.
My USB was a little loose there.
So pretty much just to kind of wrap this one up, the Pillar of Autumn does manage to escape. Captain Keyes is, of course, responsible for getting the Chief and Cortana off world, because Cortana and Chief are essentially Halsey's final effort. She believes that is going to be the duo that could turn the tide of the war, which of course is true. So those efforts of everyone on the surface of Reach, which was in the millions and possibly billions, every single one of them were pivotal in just getting 2 people off world. Shout out to everybody that lost their lives there. We honor them greatly.
It's Cortana's, or not Cortana. I mean, Halsey's speech, like at the end of Halo Reach, like, our victory was so close. If only you could have lived long enough to see it.
Yep.
It's just like it's true, because like right after Reach, you jump into Combat Evolved, and Combat Evolved to Halo 3 happens in the span of what, months?
Yeah.
It's like it was super close. Like the fact that things go so south for the Covenant, like they were just like
3 months
steamrolling planet after planet after planet, finding Earth. And you still somehow manage to lose is kind of asinine, but that's kind of what I think about. It's just like everything was so close.
But we do have to give some appreciation to especially the fleet, because the UNSC fleet has been notoriously dogged on by the Covenant, especially when they whip out secret weapons that can just one-tap any of their ships. But the UNSC actually did a major blow to Covenant ships in direct combat. This wasn't like a situation with like the unyielding Hierophant, where a few Spartans managed to overload this thing and blow it up, and when it blows up, it has Covenant ships in its radius and vaporizes all of them with it. This was direct combat, and they actually made a pretty serious dent in all of their forces. It was really impressive because it wasn't ground to ground combat, it wasn't boarding action, none of that. So it's impressive stuff, but.
Resilient.
Yep. And I think to wrap this up, I think I'm going to read this quote here from Colonel James Ackerson, who was the guy that was behind the Spartan 3 program, who said, "We are not wasting a single UNSC ship to confirm what we have already seen a dozen times before. Reach is gone. Everything on it is blasted to bits, burned, glassed over, and vaporized. Everyone on Reach is dead, 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 dead."
Wow.
That's rough, buddy.
Well, at least he's being honest.
Bummer.
It's intense. So we'll go over some of the details about the fall of Reach and a lot of the things that happened during that. And if you want some immediate, you could always go and watch the episode that we did on Halo Reach, which goes into Halo Reach's part of this whole thing. I'm pointing out the TV.
Go watch season 2 of the Halo TV show.
Right. Where the Spartans don't even have their armor during the fall of Reach.
Like, oh man, I left my armor at home.
Falls. The whole marketing campaign was, prepare for Reach to fall, and then Reach falls off camera.
Is that really what happened?
Essentially, yeah.
It fell off camera.
Essentially.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, Chief wasn't even there for like most of the battle. And when he was there, he was not in armor. And by the time that his
Reach falls and there's no one around, does it ever make a sound? Is that how that phrase goes?
Why did Dear Evan Hansen just pop in my head?
That's also a saying. Okay.
But yeah, the Chief's involvement in that whole thing. His name is Jimmy. Jimmy's involvement in that whole thing basically ends with him getting knocked out. So it's really pathetic.
And then it got
honest.
canceled.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
Don't worry, Netflix will try to revive the corpse.
Maybe make it a little bit more lore accurate.
Probably not. So we're going to be wrapping it up today, my friends. But thank you so much for what?
What is your favorite mission?
Oh yeah.
Can't say Nightfall.
Well, I wouldn't say that anyway. I can beat that level consistently in like 2 or 3 minutes. It does not take very long.
Sounds like you've had plenty of practice. Must really like the level.
No, there's a reason why I learned to speed run so fast. I hate honestly, of all the things, I love Halo. I've never liked the parts of Halo's campaigns where you have to hold out for a little bit yeah, there are so many ways around these sections.
No, yeah, you can you can skip past the giant monsters. You can leave the part where like you find the like insurrectionist or whoever sitting there with all
you can just
leave them.
You can leave. You can just phase through a door.
Yep.
Using a forklift.
you can beat that mission very quick.
It's awesome.
So definitely not. Nightfall is not my favorite.
I think for Halo Reach, it's just strange because like Halo Reach's campaign is, I don't know. I've never really thought incredibly highly of it.
How dare you?
Well, in terms of gameplay, it's just like
I kind of agree.
Yeah, it's just
I hate you both.
The thing is, Halo Reach's campaign is just kind of, the set pieces are way better than Halo Infinite. Halo Reach is like up here while Infinite is down here. But it's not as big. It's not as, the thing that I like to point out a lot when it comes to Halo stuff is, I pointed this out at the Red vs. Blue watch party stream this past Sunday. Red vs. Blue's animations are really entertaining because they took one of the important tenets of Halo's structure, physics. There's moments where they're throwing warthogs at people and throwing people at other people and using the physics of anti-gravity to try to take down their opponents. And Halo Reach, while it has an amazing physics engine, the campaign does not rely very much upon the concept of you using physics to do anything, really. Whereas Halo 3... I think that's why a lot of people remember that campaign very well, despite it being pretty terribly written, is because a lot of those set pieces were built around how freaking good the gameplay felt.
Yeah, I agree that the gameplay is like meh, and like in terms of like multiplayer, other than Big Team Battle, it's probably like one of my least favorite, if I'm going to be honest. But I think like the level design and like the atmosphere and the immersion is some of the best.
Yeah, like
the franchise.
Like Reach is fantastic for a lot of reasons. It's just I remember all of these battles that happened with the campaign, but that's just because I played it so much, and a lot of it just doesn't pull me in. I think if I'm going to think of my favorite out of all of them,
I have a feeling you're going to say what I'm going to say, and I'm going to be so upset because I'm not going to sound original.
To be honest, I'm probably going to actually go with the package.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Mine is still on the table then.
Yeah, because the package, I enjoy playing it because there's a lot of different things you get to experience. There's a lot of different, because you have to ride the Mongoose or you could ride an Oni truck. You have to clear out both open environments and closed in environments. You fight drones for one of the few times ever in Halo Reach.
And they explode when you shoot them.
Exactly. And it has a fantastic final battle where you finally fight the Zealots and use a Mac cannon. It's a really good conclusion, which the close second is Long Night of Solace, just because I love flying the saber. What's yours?
Tip of the Spear.
Okay.
You took mine.
That's why I said I had a feeling. It's looking at the chat. A lot of people are saying Tip of the Spear. I think the atmosphere and like riding in the Falcon and kind of just going around destroy, like on the grenade launcher, destroying like stuff like troops and encampments in the canyon before you getting to the tower. You see the super kit. You blow it up with Mac rounds and atmosphere, the tower, and then you get the super carrier reveal. And that's like one of the first times I'm like Halo, like you can like in Halo's, 1, 2, and 3, you can kind of see like, oh yeah, like there's High Charity and there's a bunch of super carriers. Like clearly the super carriers and High Charity is like unfathomably large. but the super carrier that destroys, the ship that's, destroying the shield generator, when it comes out of nowhere, I think that puts the size of the ship and the power of the Covenant like into full perspective. That was like one of my first oh dang moments in Halo. Like, okay, that's what they're dealing with here. You're not an invincible super soldier anymore. Like, your back is against the wall.
Yeah. Also, I'd like to make an addendum because someone pointed it out, and you're right. I had a feeling that I was wrong. It's not the package. It's Pillar of Autumn. That's the name of it. The package is the one where you have to fight in the glacier underground, which I hate that mission.
I'm going to pick New Alexandria.
Oh, damn.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a very good
probably
pick.
My runner-up.
Just because that one, it has so much that you can do that's just entertaining, and the Easter eggs on that level are legendary.
I like the idea that you enter that mission from jumping from outer space, and you just crash into the earth at Mock Jesus, and you just find a Magnum laying around, and you just walk into the city.
Yeah. Shout out to Exodus. Exodus and New Alexandria are both fantastic levels back to back. But with that all being said, appreciate you guys for tuning in today on this week of the library. It's been good talking about the Fall of Reach finally, because we don't get to talk about it pretty much almost at all, just sort of as a detail thing in the background. But we'll be able to actually go into it more detailed in the future. Hopefully, anyway. If you want to join us on these live episodes Tuesdays at 6 p.m. EST, then please hop into the Discord server. You can go to the website, JumperScape.com, and just find the Discord button, or you can just go to discord.gg/JumperScape. And if you want to find ways to support us, you can find our Patreon links there, or you can just go to patreon.com/JumperScape. It's a good place to be able to actually help us keep this whole thing rolling, because we keep a lot of creators in the Halo community well compensated for the ways that they collaborate with us. And also, we're able to use all of that funding to go towards all of the cool things that we get to do, and it's all thanks to you guys. So I appreciate you guys for tuning in this week, and for now,
here's another fun factoid. So it's theorized that whales get cancer less often, like comparatively to other critters, because for a tumor to be serious for a whale, it needs to be huge, like, to scale to the whale's body. And at that size, really large tumors will get like little mini tumors on them that eat the big tumors, and then the mini tumors die too because they ate the big tumor. And so then like the tumors just like destroy themselves, and the whale is just like, that was inconvenient.
it is time for the
Social credit deducted.
Patron.
Patreon.
Thank you, Connor. So, I'm not thanking you.
Okay.
So, first question on our Q&A here in the Discord is
Don't you
from
read the names?
No, yeah.
I was gonna say, were we doing things out of order? Say, what is that, like, hello? I'm like, dude, we're usually sitting here for like at least 5 minutes.
Austin's like, Shane, shut the fuck up.
Okay.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right.
What are you doing to James?
Oh yeah.
At the moment,
It's like, oh yeah, that is the embodiment of James currently.
yes, it is. It's James Incarnate, as I like to call him. All right, so kicking off our Patreon supporters, thank you guys so much for keeping us afloat and making this show possible. We've got, starting off from our top tiers, the Chroniclers. We have It's Default 456, Scion Esports, Dark Salad 42, the one, the only, Drunk Hammerbush.
Drunk.
Yep.
I'll roll with it. Yeah.
Connor, what is your solution for getting past a hangover?
Accept it.
No. I'm gonna share a little bit of a funny story. I'm gonna be slightly vulnerable here. Well, for one, to answer the question, Gatorade, Pedialyte, and carbs. Eat some food, but
I mean that helps, but except what you did the night before.
no, you do. You have to live with it. There was one night, it was probably about 2018 or 19. It's been quite some time. And I woke up the morning after, and I was relatively unwell, not a little. I won't mince words here. I was getting, what are you zoning off into space for?
Him?
Yeah. Exactly.
I was listening.
Clearly you were not. But anyway, I don't even remember falling asleep the night before. We were playing a game, and it was a card game.
Oh, yeah, I know this night.
And I pretty much, if you lost the card game, it was a game of luck, pretty much. And every round you lost, you had to take a swig of really, really nasty gas station vodka. Wasn't ideal.
Frontier whiskey.
It was really, really bad stuff, like super cheap.
Me and James have tasted.
Well,
I think it's Kamchata. How do you pronounce it, James? The
Kamchata.
Yeah, I was right. Okay.
Shitty K.
The planet.
Also,
I don't want to MK.
The planet in Halo 5?
Have you ever had the whiskey version of Kamchata called Early Times?
what a horrible name.
Was that the one that you and I had?
Yeah.
I thought it was Frontier.
No, that one was different. That one was way better than Early Times.
Okay, my story. So
Your story.
so basically,
it,
so that's what Connor feels like. But basically, every game, and we played this game for like 3 hours. We started at like 8 and we played up until it was more than 3 hours. It was almost 1 a.m. when we were done. Pretty much, again, card game, and it's completely luck based. And every round you lost, you had to take a little swig of, you had to take pretty much the equivalent of a shot of this really, really nasty, cheap gas station vodka. Long story short, I lost 9 times. Again, it is luck based.
I think out of that 9, there was a 7 straight period.
Yeah, no, I lost the first game we played. I was good, and then I lost like probably I think about the rest. Yeah, beef, pretty much. I don't remember falling asleep that night. I'll say that much. I woke up on Connor's couch and I'm like, oh no. I got up, I was in and out of the bathroom for several hours. And I remember one of the time, like Connor was still asleep in his bedroom, and I was in his living room, just going back and forth to this bathroom because I'm like, well, I'm not gonna get sick on anyone's furniture. And then there was
otherwise you're getting tossed.
Then like about the 4th or 5th time I came out of the bathroom, Connor was in there in the living room, just spawned in out of nowhere. Had the Clone Wars on the TV. I'm like, when did you get in here?
Credit
I just came up. Okay, I
stop
laid.
banging the table.
Sorry.
I go and I lay down again, and I'm like dozing off while my stomach is just in absolute knots. My throat hurts because my throat is rubbed raw at this point from getting sick. And then I
didn't like that description.
Yeah, that's what happened. But I remember I had like my back to the couch, like I'm facing the couch, and I hear footsteps come up behind me, and then it stomps, and I'm like, what is he doing behind me? I turn around, I look up, Connor's just staring a hole through me. He's got a giant bowl of oatmeal in front of him. He drops it in front of me on the table. Is like, I made it with love, and then walks away. And it was
kind gentleman.
And I sat there, ate this giant bowl of oatmeal. I swear it was about a pound of oatmeal. Because I was dry heaving. The last 3 times I went to go to the bathroom, I was dry heaving. He's like, I made it with love. It sounds like he dropped a 5-pound dumbbell on the table.
I need to see.
And I sat there and I was just munching on. It was the Pong Krell arc in the Clone Wars. So I'm sitting there watching this arc in its entirety for the first time because I've never watched it. So I'm sitting there like, my eyes are all red. I can barely talk. I can't stand. I probably threw up my own body weight. And I'm sitting there I'm sitting there eating this oatmeal. I'm like, what is Connor making this with love entail? I'm like, what did he do to this oatmeal?
I need an artist's rendition of Connor presenting Shane with a 5-pound bowl of oatmeal.
I can picture the bowl too.
While I'm sickly on the couch. What's that?
Was it good?
Anything was good at that point.
It probably put brown sugar in it.
I needed it was like apple cinnamon or something like that.
Oh, it was those flavored packets.
Yes, it was.
Okay.
It was like apple cinnamon. And it was like the best thing ever because like I had nothing. I was drained. I couldn't throw up anymore. I was so.
Imagine if it was Fireball that you took the shots of though.
I think I almost want to say I would have preferred it.
Then you would have, the first thing you put in your mouth was apple cinnamon oatmeal.
Oh, okay. That's what you mean. Oh, no. Got it. Okay, I get you now. No, I get you now. No, I like during the event of, I would have preferred the fireball.
Yeah, me too. Fireball's pretty good.
That wasn't a question. Was that a Patreon?
That was a Patreon name.
I thought that was a question.
That was off of Drunk Hammerbush.
Wow. I got up to pee when you started, and I'm like, oh shit, did I already miss starting the Q&A? Oh man.
Well, they wanted us to slow down on the Patreon names, so there we go.
I would love to see an artist rendition of
I would have.
I made it with love.
Please.
Next up, we have Gundam is just neurospicy child soldiers in space. We had that one last week. It was a good one. I tried playing Halo on the
forever, actually.
I tried playing Halo on the road and am now currently stuck in a ditch. It was worth it, buddy. I hope you beat your level.
I hope he kept playing.
Shane, hide your wallet from Cheyenne. I still don't get it. Xbox Luminary is the best show on Chatternet. So says the person who hosts Xbox Luminary on Chatternet.
Well, of course.
Send help. I'm trapped with a brute in a Denny's. Connor, what are you doing when you're trapped with a brute in a Denny's?
5 orders of everything.
Oh, boy.
And 10 cups of coffee.
Hell yeah. Oh, gosh, a caffeinated brute? I don't think you know the concept.
10 cups of caffeine wouldn't do anything to a brute. Too big.
I mean, 10 cups of straight caffeine would.
Are we talking like pure caffeine?
Because he said
exist.
10 cups of caffeine.
No, coffee.
Oh,
Coffee. Yeah.
Coffee. 10 cups of like raw caffeine.
It probably
might do something.
That
that
would send a whale into cardiac arrest.
Yeah, pure
just nothing but caffeine.
Pure caffeine's insane.
What would a whale heart attack look like?
Just slowly go belly up, probably.
Probably just drown.
Next up, Cool Blaze, ODST, 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 ODS, ODST. I may sub to Halo smut due to Halo 4 specifically. You with the smut. Relax.
It's every week with you.
At least he changes his name every week, unlike others. We still appreciate
Still
it.
being very unique.
Give me that pickle. Halo 3
niche, okay?
Radilactation. Connor, Clark, Thomas Lane, Dylan, Like to Milk MT, John Dow said Father Ungoy, head of the Church of Ungoy. The UNSC gunship Oops All Max. You know who else loves Halo? My mom. Jake Somali, Sky Cairo, the Big Moose demands justice for Betty and Malu. Slap Nuts, my name is Austin. I'm not reading. I almost read the rest of that name for the first time in months. Random's feed, please join the book club. I'm not reading the rest. There's too much. Shade Communications, Durandal. My Feyru is a rescue. Cobbles 97. Applejuice 01. Shane's Kigyar Harem. Franklin Mendez. Lone Blaziken. Hot take. Shane should be the main host. The Real Noble 6. Yes, I'm alive. I'm in a cave. Oh.
No way.
What's up, dude?
Where have you
I like
been?
how he says real host, by the way. What are we fake? Are the rest of us fake hosts?
Did I say real?
Yeah, I thought you said real.
I meant to say
Did you say
main.
real?
I'm pretty sure he said main host.
I swear to God, he said real.
I said the
Nice.
Real Noble 6.
Run it back. No, run it back.
Super Frozen Yogurt Dispenser. Rocky Mountain Ungoysters. Master Cheeks. Hammer Dick Bush.
Oh, I've already done one. Did he change his name or?
No, it's someone spinning on it.
Oh yeah.
Kool-Aid man.
Kool-Aid man. Grunts are crabs with nipples. Master Beef's prime rib with AU. Was that supposed to be
Aju?
Is that what that is?
Aju.
It's probably Aju.
Yeah, Aju.
Yeah,
I've never seen this
Aju.
before. What is that?
Aju. That's what you put.
What?
You never had Aju?
No,
You
Old
put your
brown juice?
You put your
Meat juice?
meat in it.
I didn't know that had a term. I just called it meat juice.
No, Aju.
Is this the same thing as like
Bless
people
you.
go and people starting to
Have
say?
you ever had a French dip sandwich?
Well, yeah,
You
I
guys
just
are
said
steak
that I've done
enjoyers.
this
I want you
before.
to
I
know
didn't know it
this.
had a term. It's sort of like how people started saying, yeah, the fond at the bottom of the pan.
Well, I'm confused how you've had it before and I've never heard it referred to as au jus. That's my
Because at
Bless
no
you.
point did any waiter walk up to me and go, "This is the au jus, by the way."
Bless
you
you.
must have had bad waiters because that is a very common thing.
Why would the waiter walk up and tell me what the term is? Why would they be like, yes,
So
the
you know
fond
what
on the
you're-
bottom of the
so
pan
you
is
know
on your
what you're
chicken.
eating.
They never tell me what I'm eating.
You're acting like this is an obscure thing, and it's not.
I'm not. I'm saying I've never heard of it.
That's what is blowing my mind.
Because no one's told me about it.
Well, there you go.
About what?
Now you know about Au.
I do, and it's
Bless you, James.
It's the same thing for me as fond.
Austin is racist against the French.
That's besides the point.
That's what Master Beef said.
That's besides the point. Yeah, I'm still just like, it's the same deal as fond. The amount of people that I've talked.
Have you ever had a French dip sandwich?
Shane just said, I've seen the thing before. I didn't know it had a term. I've obviously eaten this. I have made food with this principle in mind. I didn't know it had a name.
It's okay, Austin. It's a dying language anyways.
Apparently. But still, the point here is that it's the same thing as me explaining to people what fond is. Like, there's a lot of people, I still tell what people what fond is, they don't know what it is. They're like, oh, the stuff at the bottom of the pan? Yes, the stuff at the bottom of the pan when you cook stuff. Oh, I didn't know that had a name. I know! Just like the freaking au jus stuff!
Bless you.
Thank you.
I only know about fond because of the steel pan guy.
You see, that's the thing. I learned about fond like 3 years ago. I could have made fun of you for the last 2 years.
Do you know how long he's been active and how long I've been a cult follower? So I think
no, because I don't like his content, so I don't know how long he's been around.
Not a cult fan.
He drives me nuts.
Listen, high end of medium low.
He drives me nuts. I can't watch any of his stuff. Anyway, next up, Corbin Havener. I'm sure is that a play on words that's supposed to make me sound like I'm saying something wrong? Corbin Havener.
I don't hear it.
I don't hear it either. Damian Groth, Humble Rumble Drug Salesman, Aussie ODST, Help Me, Austin 1, Kenobi, Your Book Club's Only Hope. Yeah, I know I failed again this past week because things keep on getting very intense. Vermin, how's the butt shot, Shane? You got it yet?
No.
Cool.
I got about 2.5, 3 more months.
Cool. I don't know why I'm being forced to do this. 077 Loquacious Observer, Ethan, Chaplain Strife. I think we're safe, guys. Subspace rupture detected. Well, crap.
Well, crap.
Tico Vadamai.
That's my reaction to the apocalypse as well.
Well, crap.
Me when I deal with a snowstorm.
Tico Vadamai, Girl Dad Sam, Austin, I can fix Agent Carolina. Trust me, I'm not down that bad. You can't fix Agent Carolina. There's no
it's Boomerang.
Oh, what's up, Boomerang? How you doing? Drunk Silvari, I'm huffing the Ungoi methane tanks. Hergog Rossum, would you like yodeling pickles? Kiri, Preacher, Iskari, Mad Jeremy, Spartan Alex 30, Dangle Muskrat was found guilty of 17 new war crimes and has been exiled to the clouds via Mac Cannon at Mock Jesus. New war crimes? He invented new ones?
I respect it.
That's a solid Dangle Muskrat. Schnugens requests a random fact, please. Connor.
Oh, I did it last time. It's Shane.
Okay, fine. Shane, random fact. Actually, you know what? Never mind. You can go ahead.
Let me think. Give me a second. Keep reading. I'll think.
Make it about basketball or something.
Did you know the Golden State Warriors were the only NBA team to blow a 3-1 lead in the NBA Finals?
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for telling me that.
You're welcome. Only team in history to do it in the NBA Finals.
To the Cavs.
Is there a team that's done it in the World Series?
Yes.
Well, it's your team too. Why are you making a joke about it?
I wanted to hurt myself.
The Cleveland Indians also blew a 3-1 lead in the World Series the same year. Cleveland, being a championship-starved city, got one from LeBron and the Cavs. The Indians were on the doorstep of doing it. They were 1 win away and lost the rest of the games.
That's crazy, dude. But have you seen that one time that Optic Gaming won 3 games in a row and then lost 7 consecutively?
To Space Station?
To Space Station Gaming.
That was a great time.
Wow.
2024 HCS was insane.
It was so fun.
I had so much fun.
All right. Next up, how ironic. Boomerang, Apple, Hey Austin, Insane Range Bait, Fish Dough, Coyote, PFC Dustin Echoes. All units be advised. Another JumperScape member was brought into this world. Oh yeah, you had a baby thing. Congratulations.
Congrats again.
Who's Dixon? Yeah, I'm not falling for that. World champion pasta rocket mechanic. Social credit deducted.
Social credit. Social credit.
It's so loud on our end.
deducted.
Infinity class milk carrier lactational sensation, Narrow Nomad, Dragon Fire, Dark Matter Whiskey, Artaz Vadum, Discounted Dental Care, T-Pass Lactation Party 79, Lord of Awesome, Danimal is sorry about the Go Girth. Holding it up 3, 2, 1, Zekram 156, Rye Your Mom's Son, Night Fox, Parker Ortman, Biggest Mac, and last but never least, Warm Apples One.
Where's Linda Marie?
You're so concerned for her well-being.
What has the Council of Patreon names done with Linda Marie?
I've given up on Linda.
I have as well. She abandoned us, Shane. All right.
Never give up on anybody. Ever.
Never give up. Never surrender. All right. So
Unless you're John Cena.
Then
it's okay to remember
and then give up.
Remember, kids, it's okay to give up when you're on the way out.
that's ideally when you should give up.
Experiment is.
All right. So next up, we are at our Q&A time. Connor, give me a number.
I'm cold, so let's go with 8.
Does a number that is higher than his lowest that he's ever requested.
I think we did 9 last week.
We did, but like your lowest has been like 6. 8 it is.
I think the episode that me and Shane did by ourselves, we did like 12.
We did a lot.
All right, here we go. A sneaky turtle. A sneaky turtle is first. Who would win, Master Chief or Prophet from the Crisis series? Probably Master Chief, just because I don't know if Prophet's abilities really matter against a 1-ton killing machine.
He's got a knack for killing prophets also.
I've never played Crisis. So.
It's a great franchise, great benchmark for your PC.
I know. I remember the memes.
Next up, Turbo Furby asks, how would you rate my camp in Fallout 76? Well,
I give it a
why Fallout?
6
Why that
or a
game?
7.
76 is good now.
Like a photo?
Oh, that's right. It did get a ton of love.
There
over
are
the
in
years.
fact photos in the Q&A that you can find.
I bet they're dumb.
They're not. And also 76 isn't a bad game anymore. It's actually pretty darn good.
I remember playing it when it first came out. It was so bad.
Yeah, it was horrible when it came out, but just like Cyberpunk, they fixed it up. All right, next question. I'm going to ignore that last one because we don't even have pictures to show. The Fat Batman asks, which Halo game has your opinion changed on the most over the years? For me, it's ODST. I used to hate it and think the story was boring, but now I adore it. The atmosphere, music, story, all of it is amazing.
Definitely for me, Reach. When Reach was out, Reach still holds a special place in my heart, and I can still play the multiplayer. Big team battle on Reach is still immensely fun. But just the multiplayer, the base multiplayer, and how bad it was for the comp scene. There's so many there's other Halo games that I would rather play on multiplayer than Halo Reach.
Was the question any game or Halo's?
Halo
game.
Oh.
Which Halo game?
I have an answer.
I'm gonna go with Infinite. I didn't really like the multiplayer that much, but we've played it a little more over time. I'm coming to like it a little more.
Sweet.
What do you think of the campaign?
He hasn't played it.
I think that's why he asked.
Should have let me lie.
No.
We're not gonna lie.
We're going to hold you accountable forever, my guy.
You need to play the Halo game.
We need to play it so that we can make Battle Dudes videos on it.
Also, I think my opinion is going to be Halo 4. My opinion of the multiplayer is pretty much the same as when it came out. But my opinion of the campaign is that it's gone from meh in my brain to incredible.
I think Halo 4, the campaign is like probably the most well written. And I think it is it definitely is the most complete Halo game that 343 made at launch. Like everything was like present.
Are you saying the most well written in the 343 era?
Yes.
Okay, I was going to say because Halo 2.
No,
okay,
I said by 343.
Halo 2 is the most well written, but I would say Halo 4 is the one that feels the most like a complete screenplay.
Hey, that's what I was going to say. Halo
for a story.
Like Halo 4 feels like a stage play.
As a story.
Yeah, that's the way I usually describe it. Is it feels like an actual stage play. It feels like
it's Halo 2, love it, but it's basically 2 stories that just kind of are somewhat related to each other.
Essentially, yeah.
And one is much better than the other, if I'm being honest. But that's just me.
I think from my experience, and of course, mine is going to be the most all over the place because of how much Halo I play. But genuinely, I think out of all of the Halos, my opinion has changed probably. Well, it's just about the game, so it's not necessarily just the campaign. I think honestly, like Combat Evolved is actually the one that still rattles around in my brain a lot, because it went from being like, this game is old as hell and I don't like it. It's old and gross, and I'm a youthful young child, and I'm better than this. I'm going to go back to playing Skylanders. Growing up, and then MCC's release, I started to really get interested in how Combat Evolved played. I loved the combat feel of it. I loved the way the weapons feel and the story. I didn't really care how low quality it was. I just kind of enjoyed it. But then it also goes back and forth on other fronts, because it's revolutionary, of course, and I know that it's revolutionary, but the multiplayer sucks like a lot. I don't like it at all. I've tried very many times to get into it, and I hate how it feels. It just doesn't feel good at all to me. I don't like how the melee feels in multiplayer. I don't like how the guns feel. I don't like how everything is delayed. I don't like how the jumping is delayed, especially in both campaign and multiplayer. And if the Combat Evolved UI wasn't so darn good in the original Xbox, I probably never would have played it. So that's kind of how I land on that. Is Combat Evolved slowly.
It wasn't 5, considering you now think it has the best campaign.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
That's a lot of improvement for the game to have.
James, I should have turned you into a freaking plushie a long time ago, dude.
No!
All right, next question comes from Danimal STG asking, if you went to space prison, who would you choose as your cellmate from the Halo universe?
Johnson.
What'd he do?
That's not the question. It's who would you choose? I'm choosing Johnson.
It's not Cortana.
Dave, why would you want to be a cellmate with Mickey? Bro's unhinged.
Maybe he's thinking of people who would actually be in jail.
He gets out. That's true. That's actually fair. Well, I'm trying to think of something that makes jail tolerable. I'm going to pick any of the Huragok. Give me any of them. They are great conversationalists. I already know ASL, so I'm sure I could pick up their language and we could just straight chill. So, Connor, which brood are you going to be hanging out in prison with?
Tartarus.
I figured.
As long as it's fully lit and he's not just a silhouette in the corner. So you'll know who it is.
Who are you, apparition, late at night? Again with this.
Are you a ghost?
Speak apparition. All right. Next up, Fexa asks, Star Wars The Clone Wars or Star Wars The Clone Wars?
Gendy's. I'm sure it's Gendy's versus the reboot.
Yep.
Oh, that's such a hard choice.
I mean, I don't think it is. Gendy's is cool, but like the newer one started off like really rough.
But, okay, let me counter that immediately. The 2003 one feels like George Lucas's vision. It just feels much more like Star Wars.
No, you don't gotta. I like Gendy Tartakovsky. I like several shows by Gendy.
Visuals versus story.
And that Anakin versus Asajj Ventress fight.
Very good.
Was amazing.
Yes. No, it was
Grievous
actually being a threat.
Oh my God.
The way he was supposed to be before he got nerfed.
It did a lot of things better. Indeed.
I see all your points, but I just feel that some of the best Clone Wars stories are some of the best Star Wars stories, and I can't really say that about the 2003 Clone Wars.
But I think that's just because the 2003 one didn't get a chance to go and run for 7 years.
That is very valid.
Right, but we're dealing in reality. It
didn't have the run time.
I like the scale. It really showed the scale of the Separatist army. And the 03.
The scaling of it was very, very good.
Indeed.
Yeah. No, both were good. I think the newer Clone Wars definitely has some really, really great stories. I wish Gendy's version from the early 2000s got expanded upon a little bit more, and it added a good build up to Revenge of the Sith too. That's the big thing. Is it made a very, very good build up to Revenge of the Sith.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, we got
I agree.
Shaggy.
But I wish we could have gotten the story we got in the lead up to Revenge of the Sith and the 3D Clone Wars before Revenge. I mean, actually, it probably hits a lot. It hits a lot harder knowing what's coming.
Yeah.
But that story, the last arc of the Clone Wars, is just so well done.
Season 7 is
Season
insane.
7 was great, other than Ahsoka's arc.
I don't think the rest. I don't think even the Bad Batch arc is that good. But that's just me.
The Bad Batch
I
show
think
is
that last
meh.
arc.
I like the
carries
Bad
that
Batch show.
season so heavily. It's not bad.
See, right now
It's not bad.
I'm rewatching the Clone Wars right now.
Mm.
The amount of times they'll say something in front of Palpatine and he'll just like counter it. Just you can see him making all the moves. Like,
Every single one of them.
like when Dooku got captured, I can just see Palpatine silently. God,
Or in the 03 version when Coruscant is getting attacked, he's just sitting there just sipping on his tea, and he like, oh my. As a kid, it went right over my head. Like I had no idea. Like I was maybe 5 years old. I'm like,
what do you mean Newt Gunray got captured by a Gungan?
and then I rewatched it like several years later in the late 2000s, and I still go back and rewatch it maybe like once a year. And now it's just like, oh, that's why Palpatine wasn't scared of Grievous. That's why it just so many different. Well, that's why he just seems so calm, cool, and collected through a lot.
It's funny because I'm glad I'm not alone. That I'm the only one who it took Palpatine getting electrocuted for me to be like, oh, he's that guy.
No. Like, and when I went to Revenge of the Sith on opening night, and I was a big Star Wars kid, so I like saw the original movies as well. I was also shocked that Anakin was Darth Vader. Like it did not click in my brain. Like it did not click in my young brain whatsoever.
Because like a young kid will hear the name Anakin in the original trilogy and just kind of throw it in the bin.
Yep, that's exactly what I did.
You know, because
that's
what I did.
Dark Vader.
I would call him Dark Vader. Yes, just like little things like that. Like it didn't click for me. Like when I was younger, when the Phantom Menace came out, I got Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon confused all the time. I thought Qui-Gon was Obi-Wan, and I thought young Obi-Wan was Anakin in episode 2, and he just changed drastically.
I thought Anakin was Luke Skywalker.
I like to think back where right
when
before
I was a kid, because I didn't know who. I didn't know what names were. I don't know.
I like to think back to the moment where right before Palpatine.
You cut off Connor so bad.
I like to think back to the moment where Palpatine was like, kill him. Like Dooku had to hit the hardest. What?
That was not part of the plan.
What do you mean?
And it makes me wonder why he didn't just like snitch on him right then and there.
The amount of times
He's
that
Palpatine.
Like seriously, Dooku at any time,
it's him.
he could have just said it.
Palpatine.
Or he's
Dooku also straight up told Obi-Wan, and Obi-Wan's like, nah, you're lying.
I think that was a bit of a flex. I think he was like, just knows.
He should have just named
so
names.
Gone that if I literally tell him what's going on, he still won't believe me.
Okay, to move things forward, I'm gonna get things back on track here. A quick little note:
Clone Wars is good.
Halo Fest has been announced to have a short film contest, and Hidden Xperia just posted that he's going to be a judge for it.
Oh, cool.
Good for him.
Where's my email?
Yes.
I make them. I'm a good judge.
No.
Anyway,
What if Luke is like, no flood, bad.
No flood bad.
one.
No mendicant bias, no offensive bias, bad.
Why are you giving like a somewhat Indian accent?
Do not redeem.
Should we M-key that?
Nah, it's funny.
Okay.
Cool.
I agree, but
Plus it's Patreon, so.
And also, that has nothing to do with the people. That has to do with that dumbass that did that.
That one guy.
We all make fun of scammers here. That guy was a scammer, first and foremost. All right. Cool Blazer 32 asks, do you guys think if the Arbiter watched Lord of the Rings movies that he asked why humans abandoned magic?
This is clearly a powerful tool.
I like the idea
He's
that
familiar with Lord of the Rings. This is canon.
Yes.
Is it really?
He is, yeah.
Yeah, he was like...
That's
he
an
was like,
ancient franchise
I
at this
heard
point.
stories of this Sauron, you know? He basically was like, someone should stop that guy.
That's great.
Comparing him to Cortana. It was pretty interesting, actually. Chill Gaming asks, do you think the Microsoft Assistant Cortana was a marketing plan? Yes.
100%.
Halo 5 Cortana was a marketing plan. I'm calling it. She shouldn't have been in the game, and I think Microsoft just shoehorned her in because they still had the Cortana product. Like, why would they have Cortana if Cortana was dead in Halo 4? Well, we have to fix that. Some time to change the trajectory of the entire franchise by bringing her back so that we can justify a product that we're going to shut down 5 years later anyway. I'm just a little bit upset about the concept. Anyway, Cool Blazer 32 is back asking, if you guys haven't, would you guys be open to talking about the storyline of the prototype in Legends and how it fits into Halo lore?
We've talked about it before.
We have.
Not, like,
I mean,
super in depth. But
here's a brief little thing for you. The same story of prototype is also the origin story of Atriox. Atriox's final battle where he turncoats on the Covenant is on the same planet.
Cool.
Same battle. Anyway. Separate question. Do you guys know the status of every Spartan 2 and what happened to them, both past and current? No, but the book club sure does. They have a document.
they have a PDF file for it.
They pretty much do. They have a spreadsheet. It's pretty impressive. Just every single 2. It's impressive. All right, 2 more to go. We have Spartan 2 Slip asking, why is Shane wanted for questioning in the 4 surrounding counties?
What'd you do, Shane?
What about that jar was so alluring to the officials, Shane?
I ripped a tag off a mattress.
Oh gosh, what's wrong with you? Did you even buy it?
No.
Dude!
No,
Exile him.
I'm sure. I don't think either of you guys got the reference.
No.
It was a Llamas with Hats reference.
Oh.
Carl, why would you do? I'm sorry. I ripped a tag off a mattress. How did this even happen, Carl? I ripped a tag off a mattress.
Oh gosh. All right. Last question is the Fat Batman asking, as a non-Ohioan, is Skyline chili any good?
I fucking love Skyline chili.
I was introduced to it last fall by James and Ashton on the way to Cedar Point. I can't say I loved it, but I liked it.
It tastes, in my opinion, very cheap. However,
it is cheap.
the application of the chili dog. I am like Sonic the Hedgehog, and I love me a good chili dog. So I'm a big fan of their Skyline chili hot dogs.
Skyline chili hot dogs are the best chili dog that you can get.
That is not true in the slightest, but I appreciate the passion.
It's true.
It is not.
Damn true.
It's so not true.
Okay, Kurt Angle.
Anyway, my friends, I think we're going to be able to call it right there. I appreciate you all for tuning in. We got to head out so we can get out of the cold and get back to taking care of things for the rest of the week. So thank you so much for tuning in. As always, go to JumperScape.com if you want to find ways to support us or get connected to our community here on the Discord. And otherwise, my friends, I hope you stick around. I hope you enjoy more of the stuff that we're doing, and join us next week for the Battle of Cercinius 4. See you next week.
See ya.
The library was produced and published by JumperScape Audio. Funding was provided by our fantastic patrons on Patreon. If you enjoy the show and wish to support JumperScape's future projects or get some sweet benefits, join our Patreon at patreon.com/JumperScape or become part of this truly special community at discord.gg/JumperScape. Thank you for your listenership, and we hope you enjoyed.